From enchanting caves sculpted by water over millennia to the jaw-dropping scale of England's largest gorge, and yes, more cheese than you can shake a cracker at. This is Cheddar, a small village in Somerset where dramatic landscapes, ancient caves and a fairy tale village come together to create one of the most exciting and surprising destinations in the UK. And we're going to explore it all. Here are my top 5 things to do in Cheddar. Number 1. Cox's Cave. Our journey begins underground in the spellbinding world of Cox's Cave. A labyrinth of narrow passageways, magnificent chambers and reflective pools lit in dreamy colours. These caves were carved by water over tens of thousands of years and first opened to the public in the 1800s. Today, you can take a self-guided tour around the cave as part of the Cheddar Gorge and Caves ticket. Tickets cost £25 for adults and £19 for children. The ticket includes access to a second cave, museum, cinematic experience and Jacob's Ladder.
Mind your head.
You are guided from chamber to chamber by lighting and follow a pre-recorded audio track which tells the story of the cave's formation and those who discovered it. Although the rock formations are continually evolving, no one person will live long enough to be able to see any changes with the naked eye. They take thousands of years to shift. I remember visiting this cave as a child, and I was worried that the additional lighting might detract from the cave's natural beauty, but it did the opposite, highlighting the rock formations in a sympathetic, magical way.
That was incredible. I did wonder what it would be like seeing the caves lit up, but they have done it beautifully and it doesn't detract from the natural beauty of the caves themselves. When you leave Cox's Cave, you're at the foot of Jacob's Ladder, so we're about to climb that now. It's a lovely day, so there should be spectacular views across Somerset.
Number 2. Jacob's Ladder and Lookout Tower.
274 steps to the top. Wow, this is a long stretch. Just 48 steps to go. I remember being a little bit scared climbing this when I was a child. Oh, from here you can see Brent Knoll and Cheddar Reservoir.
And the reward at the top is truly spectacular. This is also one of the points where you can start the circular walk around the top of the gorge. From here, the views stretch far across the Mendip Hills, with Cheddar Reservoir shimmering in the distance. If you're staying in the area a little longer, I'd also recommend walking around Cheddar Reservoir. It's a peaceful 2¼ mile loop with beautiful reflections and is much easier than climbing the gorge itself, so might be more suitable for some visitors. Just a short walk from the reservoir is the historic town of Axbridge, a medieval gem with half-timbered houses, a market square and fascinating stories of its own. I've made a separate travel guide about Axbridge, so if you're planning a Mendip escape, be sure to check that out too. Number 3. Cheddar Gorge. Cheddar Gorge is England's largest gorge and a natural wonder. It was formed during the last ice age over 1.2 million years ago as meltwater carved deep into the limestone.
Fly. We're at the top of Cheddar Gorge now, and it's a 3-mile clifftop walk. We started just here on the map at Black Rock Gate. You can park at the bottom. This is the start of the Gorge walk.
Today, it's one of the most dramatic sites in the southwest, a haven for climbers, hikers and photographers.
I'm loving it.
The walk along the Gorge Ridge Trail is one of the most breathtaking in the region. Beneath your feet, 450-foot cliffs plunge down to the road below, and all around you the story of Cheddar's geology unfolds. My tip would be to save the clifftop walk for a different day. You can access the walk without buying one of the Cheddar Cave tickets. There's a small car park by Black Rock, and we climbed later in the day for breathtaking views across the Mendips. You'll probably spot wild goats along the cliff edge.
The climb is definitely worth it. From this vantage point you have a spectacular view across the gorge, the Somerset levels and of Cheddar Reservoir.
Number 4. Cheddar Village. Back on the ground, Cheddar Village offers a different perspective of the gorge. Small businesses welcome visitors, and there's a choice of places to eat, drink and shop. From Somerset cider to locally distilled spirits and, of course, the cheese that conquered the world, cheddar. The Cheddar Gorge Cheese Company is the only place in the world still making traditional cheddar cheese in the village that gave it its name. The lovely mix of cottages, tea rooms and quirky independent shops give Cheddar its charm. It almost feels like a fairy tale, with animal sculptures and a sword in the stone in the River Yeo. Most of the river runs under Cheddar beneath the caves. Away from the tourist trail, you'll pass St Andrew's Church before reaching the Market Cross. It marks the historic centre of village life, where markets were once held and locals gathered. It's a timeless symbol of community that is still standing proud today. Before we head to the most famous cave in Cheddar, we search for the Lion Rock, so called because the rock formation looks like the shape of a lion.
We're looking for the Lion Rock. Now, the rock face is shaped like a lion, and it's so famous there's even a tea room that's named after it. And there it is. I'm actually feeling hungry like a lion at the moment.
The tea room below is a popular spot, and you'll find everything from cream teas, traditional pubs and fish and chips in Cheddar. But my top tip? Head to Souvlike. A Greek restaurant where the wraps are generous, the flavours are fresh, and the welcome is always warm. Number 5. Gough's Cave. We're finishing where Cheddar's story begins, deep in Gough's Cave. This is the grandest cave, with soaring caverns, cathedral-like chambers, and a stillness that gives you goosebumps.
We've been provided with these audio guides.
In 1903, archaeologists discovered Britain's oldest complete skeleton, Cheddar Man, a hunter-gatherer who lived around 10,000 years ago. Today, the skeleton is in the Natural History Museum due to its historical significance, so this is a replica. The formation of this cave began over 500,000 years ago, when river water started dissolving the limestone rock. The resulting cathedral-like caverns are decorated with unbelievable rock formations.
Look at that, it's just incredible. There's a temporary exhibition here. I, for one, wasn't expecting to find a giant beaver.
Audio guides are available to help bring the cave to life, and I'd highly recommend taking one around with you to learn about the amazing story of the cave's creation, alongside the incredible feat of Victorian exploration by Richard Gough, without whom we probably would not be able to visit the caves today. The caves are named after him, and excavating Gough's cave was a painstaking process. Richard and his team spent 6 years manually uncovering its chambers by candlelight. What now takes visitors around 45 minutes to explore took years of careful excavation. Cheddar caves and cheddar cheese go hand in hand, because this is where some of the cheese is aged.
This is the only cheddar cheese actually made in Cheddar, and these ones are the extra matured cheddar cheeses that are matured within the caves for a minimum of at least 9 months. And the balmy conditions within the cave is consistently 11 degrees is perfect for ripening the cheddar and giving it its distinct, unique taste. It's amazing to think that these rock formations are thousands of years old. We're entering St. Paul's, one of the most magnificent chambers within these caves. Wow.
These caverns are some of the most beautiful places you'll ever visit. This cavern is called St. Paul's Cathedral, and in my opinion, it's more beautiful than any man-made church could ever be. Visiting the caves is a truly uplifting, unique experience, and no trip to Cheddar is complete without it. So whether you're here for the cheese, the caves, the cliffs, or just the sheer beauty of it all, Cheddar is proof that even the smallest villages can tell the biggest stories.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell notification button if you'd like to know when I upload the next episode. Until next time, happy exploring!